If Africa is indeed splitting into two parts, forming a new ocean, do you think this will really happen? Scientists continue to be fascinated by this continent, from ancient dinosaur fossils and giant creatures, like frogs larger than household pets, to dangerous and awe-inspiring places and evolutionary evidence that makes us question, did humanity truly originate in Africa? All these mysteries and more will be explored in the video. 20 mysteries in Africa that shook the world. Homo naledi, a human species newly discovered in 2013. In 2013, a remarkable discovery was made by a group of cave explorers in South Africa's Rising Star cave system, which would drastically reshape our understanding of human evolution. Deep within a secluded chamber, they uncovered a series of skeletons from a previously unknown species of human, now identified as Homo naledi. The excavation was a challenging task, as the narrow passageways and rough terrain made it nearly impossible for an adult to enter. Due to these constraints, a team of young women with smaller body types was carefully chosen to assist, as they could access the tight spaces others could not. The Homo naledi skeletons exhibited both ancient and advanced traits, leading researchers to believe this species lived alongside our direct ancestors, Homo sapiens. Notably, their brains were remarkably small, roughly 1/3 the size of modern human brains. Despite this, the bones in their hands and feet indicated impressive dexterity, sparking the theory that Homo naledi may have been capable of performing complex behaviors and perhaps even developed a social structure akin to that of modern humans. While this discovery was groundbreaking, questions still remain about the exact age of Homo naledi. Radiometric dating techniques suggest that the remains date back to somewhere between 236,000 and 335,000 years ago. Nevertheless, further analysis is required to pinpoint the precise place of Homo naledi in the human evolutionary timeline and clarify their relationship to other early hominins. One of the biggest unanswered questions about this find is why so many Homo naledi skeletons were discovered in the same area of the cave. Some researchers propose that this might have been a burial site, suggesting that Homo naledi had an understanding of death. Alternatively, some scientists speculate that the cave may have acted as a natural trap, causing a group of individuals to become trapped, ultimately leading to the extinction of this particular hominin species. Diving into the Death Blue Hole. Along Egypt's Red Sea coast lies a natural marvel that has enchanted divers and explorers for generations. The Blue Hole in Dahab is an underwater sinkhole that plunges to depths exceeding 100 meters, surrounded by steep cliffs that dive into the sparkling waters below. Its stunning beauty has drawn adventurers from all over the world, making it a top destination for those seeking the ultimate diving experience. However, the Blue Hole is not for the faint-hearted or those without experience. To dive safely in these depths, one must have advanced diving certifications and expert skills. For those who are well-prepared and brave enough to take on the challenge, the reward is breathtaking: vibrant schools of fish, vibrant coral reefs, and an underwater world that feels almost magical. Despite its allure, the Blue Hole's a dark side. It is considered one of the most dangerous diving locations globally, with many lives lost over the years, especially among those lacking experience. Though official statistics are unavailable, estimates suggest that nearly 200 people have tragically died here, falling victim to the perilous conditions of the dive. One of the most heart-wrenching stories is that of Yuri Lipsky, a Russian-Israeli diving instructor. In April 2000, he ventured into the Blue Hole with a camera mounted on his helmet to capture his dive. Tragically, it became his final dive. At depths beyond 90 meters, divers face the risks of nitrogen narcosis causing hallucinations and impaired judgment, which can lead to deadly errors. Despite the inherent danger, the Blue Hole continues to attract adventure seekers from around the globe. Its mysterious allure challenges divers to push their limits and uncover one of the ocean's most captivating wonders: the haunting dead trees in Dead Vlei. Deep within the heart of the Namib Desert lies a hauntingly beautiful place, almost as if it has emerged from the pages of a surreal dream. Dead Vlei, a vast white clay pan, is home to ancient tree trunks that have been scorched by the unrelenting African sun over countless centuries. Nearly 900 years ago, this desolate landscape was quite different. Dead Vlei, also known as the Dead Swamp, was once a vibrant oasis, lush with vegetation and abundant with life. Water flowed freely, sustaining the thriving plant life and drawing a variety of animals to the area. However, as the climate shifted and became more extreme, the desert began to encroach, with towering sand dunes cutting off the water supply. Gradually, the once flourishing forest withered and died, leaving behind only skeletal trees that stand frozen in time. The harsh, arid conditions have preserved the trees in a state of near perfection, creating an eerie and otherworldly scene. This natural monument, untouched by decay, has captivated the attention of photographers, explorers, and adventurers who come from all corners of the globe. The stark contrast between the pure white ground and the blackened tree remains creates a striking visual, while the utter silence and desolation evoke a sense of abandonment, as though this place has been forgotten by time itself. Discovery of a new continent and ocean in East Africa. In the Afar region of Ethiopia, located at the heart of East Africa, an extraordinary geological phenomenon is unfolding, drawing the attention of scientists and explorers alike: the separation of the African continent. For millions of years, Africa has been slowly breaking apart, with the Afar region being the birthplace of this dramatic process. This area marks the convergence of three tectonic plates: Nubian, Arabian, and Somali. These plates are constantly shifting and interacting through a pull-push mechanism, thinning the Earth's crust in this region. As a result, magma from the mantle rises effortlessly to the surface, creating a dramatic landscape filled with volcanoes, hot springs, and powerful geysers. In 2005, a clear and significant sign of Africa's fragmentation occurred when a massive 56 km long crack appeared in the region. The crack is part of the East African Rift Valley system, measuring over 15 meters deep and nearly 20 meters wide. This rupture is one of the most visible indicators of the ongoing continental splitting. Geologists predict that this process will continue for millions of years, ultimately dividing Africa into two separate landmasses. The smaller landmass will encompass modern-day Somalia, along with parts of Kenya, Ethiopia, and Tanzania, while the larger portion will remain as the African continent we know today. In the distant future, this rift will create a new ocean between East Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. As the rift widens, countries like Kenya and Uganda may gain new coastlines, fundamentally altering the region's geography in the process. Ancient dinosaur excavated in Zimbabwe. In the pristine lands of Zimbabwe, a group of scientists conducted two expeditions in 2017 and 2019, leading to the discovery of the oldest dinosaur fossil in Africa, Biosaurus rathi. This is considered a significant advancement in paleontology, helping to expand our understanding of the evolutionary history of dinosaurs. The name Biosaurus comes from the native Shona language, where these fossils were found. Meanwhile, the name Rathi was given to honor the paleontologist Michael Roth, who was the first to record the existence of fossils in the region. According to researchers, Biosaurus rathi lived more than 230 million years ago, during the Triassic period. It was a small herbivorous dinosaur, approximately 1.8 meters long and weighing only about 27 kilograms. Its slender body structure and long neck enabled it to reach high tree canopies, where many other animals could not reach. Although the discovery of Biosaurus rathi has sparked much interest, what is even more important is the potential for further discoveries it opens up. This finding demonstrates that Zimbabwe was once home to many dinosaur species, paving the way for future excavations that could unveil more mysteries about Africa's prehistoric ecosystems. The Eye of the Sahara and the Lost City of Atlantis. The Richat structure, often referred to as the Eye of the Sahara, is a remarkable geological formation located in the vast desert of Mauritania. This unique feature has captivated scientists and explorers for years due to its striking appearance and the mysteries surrounding its origin. Measuring about 50 kilometers in diameter, the Richat structure is a perfect circular formation visible from space. Its center rises more than 180 meters above the surrounding desert, encircled by several concentric rings of rock formations and valleys, creating the illusion of a massive target. Composed primarily of ancient sedimentary rocks, such as sandstone and limestone, it is believed to have been shaped by volcanic activity and erosion over millions of years. Despite the scientific consensus about its natural origins, some alternative theories have emerged. A popular, albeit unproven, theory suggests that Richat could be the remnants of the mythical lost city of Atlantis, first mentioned by the ancient philosopher Plato. While there is no direct evidence to support this idea, it continues to intrigue many. Some researchers even suggest that the perfect symmetry of the concentric rings could imply that the structure is an artificial creation rather than a natural geological feature. Whether it is a natural wonder or the remains of an ancient civilization, the Richat structure remains a captivating mystery that continues to fascinate people around the world. The strange green stones from the sky. Imagine holding a mysterious stone believed to have celestial origins. This is the fascinating story of the unusual blue stones received by Angelo Pittoni, an Italian geologist and archaeologist, from a Fula chief in Sierra Leone, West Africa, in 1990. According to the tribe's legend, these stones were gifted by enigmatic visitors from the sky. Unlike any mineral Pittoni had ever encountered, these stones sparked intrigue. When he brought them back to Europe for laboratory analysis, scientists were stunned by the results. They were unlike any known mineral. Despite undergoing extensive tests, the origin and unique blue color of these stones remain a mystery. When ground into a fine powder and examined under a microscope, the blue hue disappeared instantly. Even when exposed to extreme temperatures or strong acids, the structure of the stones remained intact. No matter the experiment, their composition defied explanation. Pittoni speculated that these stones resembled the pure turquoise worn by ancient Egyptian priests as symbols of power. He even dubbed them stones from heaven, referring to their otherworldly origin and their stark contrast to any gemstone known to man. But the question remains, where do these enigmatic blue stones truly come from? Are they a gift from extraterrestrial beings, or are they relics of a long-lost ancient civilization? Discovery of the mysterious heads, Lydenburg heads. In 1957, in the town of Lydenburg, South Africa, a young boy named Carl Ludwig von Basing stumbled upon an extraordinary archaeological find. While playing on his father's farm, he noticed unusual ceramic fragments buried beneath the soil. Unbeknownst to him, these fragments were part of the Lydenburg heads, an ancient collection of terracotta sculptures that would later be recognized as one of the earliest examples of Iron Age art in the region. This accidental discovery would go on to shed light on the artistic and cultural practices of early African civilizations. At the time of their discovery, the fragments were scattered and heavily damaged. However, with careful excavation and restoration by researchers from the University of Cape Town, they were successfully reassembled. The collection consists of 7 heads, 2 larger ones and 5 smaller ones. 6 of these heads feature human-like characteristics, while the 7th has mysterious animal-like features. Interestingly, 4 of the smaller heads share strikingly similar designs, suggesting they may have been crafted in the same period. Radiocarbon dating indicates that these artifacts date back to approximately 490 AD, placing them within the early Iron Age. Archaeologists believe the Lydenburg heads were likely used in religious ceremonies or significant cultural rituals. Small holes found in some of the sculptures suggest they may have been mounted on wooden poles or used in sacred practices. Today, these remarkable artifacts are displayed at the South African Museum in Cape Town, where they continue to captivate scholars and visitors from around the world. Sahara Desert, a harsh but mysterious land. Close your eyes and try to imagine the Sahara Desert. What comes to mind? A seemingly endless expanse of golden sand, the blistering sun hanging high above, and an overwhelming sense of dryness and desolation. This is the Sahara, the world's largest hot desert, and the 3rd largest desert overall, following Antarctica and the Arctic. Spanning an astonishing 9.2 million square kilometers, the Sahara stretches across nearly all of North Africa, covering an area comparable to the size of China. Its extreme heat, arid conditions, and barren landscape have made it one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. However, the Sahara is more than just a harsh and empty desert. Beneath its scorching sands lie secrets of a very different past. It might surprise you to know that about 11,000 years ago, the Sahara was not a desert at all. In fact, it was a thriving and vibrant region filled with rivers, lakes, and vast green plains. This green Sahara was home to an abundant ecosystem that supported a variety of large animals such as hippos, elephants, antelopes, and even crocodiles. Evidence from ancient cave paintings and fossil remains shows that this once lush land was teeming with life. This dramatic transformation was caused by a natural cycle related to the Earth's orbit, which repeats approximately every 23,000 years. As the tilt of the Earth's axis shifted, changes in solar radiation led to an increase in monsoon rains across North Africa, turning the Sahara into fertile ground. Yet, about 5,000 years ago, the desert slowly returned. Most scientists agree that this shift was due to natural causes rather than human activity. But don't be too sure that the Sahara is forever doomed to be a desert. Many experts believe that, thousands of years from now, the cycle could repeat, giving birth once again to a green and flourishing Sahara. The Taung chilled evidence that changed human history. In 1924, in Taung, South Africa, a group of quarry workers made an accidental yet groundbreaking discovery that reshaped humanity's understanding of its origins. While working at the Buxton limestone quarry, they unearthed the small skull belonging to a child. This unexpected finding would soon prove to be one of the most significant fossil discoveries in human evolution. Raymond Dart, an anatomist and anthropologist, was immediately drawn to the specimen. Upon examining it, he realized its immense importance. He theorized that the fossil belonged to an early hominin, a primitive ancestor of modern humans that lived around 2.8 million years ago. Dart named the species Australopithecus africanus, meaning southern ape of Africa. At that time, many scientists believed human ancestors originated in Europe or Asia, but the discovery of the Taung child challenged this widely held assumption. The fossil provided compelling evidence supporting the out-of-Africa theory, which posits that modern humans evolved in Africa before spreading across the globe. The Taung child played a crucial role in this argument, as it was the first prehistoric human ancestor found in Africa. The skull, while small and ape-like in some features, displayed key human characteristics such as the shape of the dental arch and the structure of the brain case, suggesting a transitional phase from apes to humans. Between 1936 and 1947, several adult Australopithecus fossils were discovered in South Africa, further strengthening Dart's claims. These findings confirm that the Taung child was not an isolated anomaly, but part of a larger evolutionary lineage leading to modern humans. Today, the Taung child remains one of the most significant discoveries in paleoanthropology. It revolutionized our understanding of human evolution and established Africa as the birthplace of humankind, paving the way for further research into our ancient ancestors. Mauritius, the Paradise Island, and the illusion of underwater waterfalls. Mauritius, a stunning island in Southeast Africa, is renowned for its tropical beauty, rich ecosystems, and colorful coral reefs. However, it is most famous for an extraordinary natural wonder, the underwater waterfall. Seen from the coast, everything seems ordinary, but from above, it's a mesmerizing sight. It appears as though a massive waterfall is plunging into the ocean. This illusion creates a sense of awe, as if the island is sinking into the deep blue waters. In reality, this waterfall is an optical illusion caused by the movement of sand and sediment along the continental slope. As the sand shifts, it creates a dramatic visual effect that makes the water appear to pour into the abyss. With light reflecting off the water, the scene becomes even more enchanting. Although it's not a true waterfall, this rare phenomenon continues to draw thousands of visitors to Mauritius each year. Tourists flock to the island not only to enjoy its natural beauty but also to experience one of the ocean's most fascinating sights. Stonehenge of Africa. The mystery of ancient astronomy. Located around 700 miles south of the Giza pyramids and about 60 miles west of the Nile River, lies an ancient stone complex that can be compared to England's Stonehenge. This site, known as Nabta Playa, is one of the most enigmatic astronomical sites of the ancient world. First discovered by archaeologists in the 1970s, Nabta Playa consists of a series of stones arranged to align with the positions of various constellations. Due to this, it has been referred to as the Stonehenge of Africa. What makes it particularly fascinating is its age, as it predates Stonehenge by over 7,000 years. The site features stone circles, massive megalithic pillars, and other structures believed to have been used for astronomical observations and the marking of seasonal cycles. Experts suggest that the people who constructed Nabta Playa were likely nomadic tribes who relied on livestock and traveled across the desert in search of water and grazing lands. One of the most important elements of Nabta Playa is the astronomical calendar stone circle, made up of large stones arranged to align with stars like Sirius, Arcturus, and the Alpha Centauri system. This arrangement demonstrates the advanced astronomical knowledge of these ancient people long before modern civilizations. Unfortunately, Nabta Playa is under threat from tourism, as some visitors have moved and damaged the stones, disrupting the original structure. In an effort to preserve its historical significance, the Egyptian government decided to relocate the entire structure to the Nubia Museum in Aswan, where it can be viewed in its preserved form. To this day, Nabta Playa remains one of the greatest mysteries of ancient astronomy, challenging our understanding of prehistoric civilizations. Burkina Faso, where humans and crocodiles live in harmony. In the village by Lake Bazul in Burkina Faso, a strange phenomenon exists that defies the typical view of crocodiles. Rather than being the fierce predators commonly known, the crocodiles in Bazul live peacefully alongside humans and even engage in playful interactions with them. The unique bond between the villagers and the crocodiles dates back to the 15th century. During a severe drought, the people were on the brink of despair due to a lack of water. At that crucial moment, the guardian crocodiles appeared and led them to a hidden water source, saving them from the devastating effects of the drought. In gratitude, the villagers held a ceremony to honor the crocodiles, establishing a sacred connection that has been passed down through generations. Every year, the people of Bazul celebrate the Lakra festival, a traditional event to show respect for the crocodiles. This festival includes rituals, offerings, and prayers for good health, a prosperous harvest, and a thriving community. The crocodiles are not seen as threats, but are revered as sacred beings, with free movement around the village, especially during the dry season. Some even come to the villagers' yards to lay their eggs, and the community protects these nests from harm. The villagers believe that the crocodiles are the spirits of their ancestors, deserving of the highest respect. When a crocodile dies, the community holds a funeral and buries it in a coffin, treating it as a member of the family. Bazul stands as one of the few places where humans and crocodiles coexist harmoniously, demonstrating the power of tradition and faith in fostering peace between humans and nature. Saqqara bird, the unsolved mystery of the ancient Egyptian airplane. In 1898, an intriguing archaeological find sparked widespread interest among scholars and the public. This artifact, known as the Saqqara bird, was discovered in a tomb in Saqqara, Egypt. Dating back around 2,200 years, it has a striking resemblance to a modern aircraft, with the head shaped like a bird. With a wingspan of 180 mm and weighing just 39.12 grams, the Saqqara bird has captivated researchers and remains one of the most puzzling relics from ancient Egypt. Despite its age, the true function of the Saqqara bird is still a mystery. No records or documentation from its era have been found, adding to the enigma. Some theories suggest the ancient Egyptians may have had an early understanding of aerodynamics, and the Saqqara bird could be a scaled-down model of a glider or rudimentary aircraft. However, not all researchers agree with this hypothesis. Others believe it was simply a child's toy, a decorative representation of birds, or even a primitive wind measuring tool. What are your thoughts? Could the ancient Egyptians have had advanced knowledge of aerodynamics, or is the Saqqara bird just an artifact with no significant meaning? 15. The mystery of the fairy circles in Namibia, natural phenomenon or message from an alien civilization. In the vast and dry desert of Namibia, a mysterious phenomenon has puzzled scientists for decades: the strange fairy circles. These circles, some as large as 12 meters in diameter, appear as perfectly barren patches of land surrounded by lush green grass. Even more astonishing, millions of these circles are spread across the 1,800 km of dry savanna in southern Africa, creating a surreal and breathtaking landscape. While scientists have proposed numerous theories to explain their existence, no definitive answer has been found. Some studies suggest termites might be to blame, as they feed on plant roots, leaving the soil stripped. Others argue that the vegetation itself may have adapted to the harsh conditions by arranging itself into these unique patterns. There are even bold theories that the circles could offer insight into how life could thrive in the most extreme environments on Earth. Tourists visiting Namibia have the chance to witness these fairy circles in person, either by exploring them on foot or by taking aerial tours for a broader view. Whether these circles are a natural phenomenon or tied to ancient myths, they continue to intrigue both scientists and travelers alike. The mystery surrounding them only adds to the allure of Namibia's stunning landscape. Now, take a closer look at this image. Can you spot the mysterious figures that appear to resemble humans, standing together in the vast desert? Are these remnants of an alien civilization, or merely artificial statues placed to trick the imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Benin, the cradle of Voodoo and its enigmatic spiritual mysteries. Voodoo is a widely practiced religion in West Africa, which has spread globally due to the historical influence of the transatlantic slave trade. However, Benin, a small country in West Africa, is considered the birthplace of Voodoo. In fact, over 40% of the population in Benin officially follow Voodoo as a major religion. The country even celebrates a national holiday, Voodoo Day, and has a national museum dedicated to preserving and honoring this unique belief system. Despite often being misunderstood as witchcraft or black magic, Voodoo holds a significant place in the daily lives of the people in Benin. It influences various aspects of life, such as culture, philosophy, language, art, music, dance, and even medicine. Central to the faith is Mahu, regarded as the supreme being, along with around 100 other deities representing natural forces like war, illness, healing, land, and storms. Voodoo priests perform rituals to invoke blessings or divine assistance, using herbal remedies for healing and sometimes even to poison enemies. People offer gifts such as chickens, sheep, or alcohol to honor the gods or seek their help. The practice of voodoo plays a key role in the lives of Beninese people, whether for healing, securing jobs, forming business agreements, seeking love, or even having children. It is both a religion and an essential part of the spiritual and cultural fabric of Benin. Goliath frog, the silent giant facing the threat of extinction. The frog is often thought of as a small amphibian that leads a solitary existence. However, this perception changes when we look at the African Goliath frog, the largest frog species in the world. Also known as the Conrawa Goliath frog, it can grow up to 32 cm in length and weigh as much as 3.3 kg, which is about the size of an adult cat. This makes it a truly remarkable creature in the amphibian world. The African Goliath frog is found in a limited region of the tropical rainforests in West Africa, primarily around fast-flowing rivers and waterfalls. These frogs prefer to live near water and are known for hunting at night along riverbanks, searching for a wide variety of prey, including insects, fish, crustaceans, and other amphibians. Interestingly, despite their large size, these frogs are completely silent, as they lack vocal sacs, unlike most frogs that croak to communicate. Reproduction in the Goliath frog is quite unique. The male creates a nest by piling pebbles along the riverbank and competes fiercely with other males for the chance to mate. A fascinating aspect of this species is that the males are often larger than the females, a rare occurrence in frogs. After mating, the female lays thousands of eggs in the nest, but neither parent cares for the offspring. Sadly, the African Goliath frog is currently facing the threat of extinction due to habitat loss caused by human activities such as deforestation and urban development, as well as hunting for food, which has severely impacted their population. The artistic coffins of Ghana. In the southern coastal region of Ghana, death is not only seen as a sorrowful farewell, but also an opportunity for artistic expression. The Girja people have taken coffin making to a new level with their unique creations, known as fantasy coffins. Rather than adhering to traditional forms, these coffins are designed to reflect the deceased's profession, interests, or status. A musician might be honored with a coffin shaped like a microphone. A driver could rest in one shaped like a car, while a chief might be laid to rest in a grand lion-shaped coffin. These imaginative designs serve as a personal tribute to the individual's life. The artisans behind these creations put great care and skill into crafting these detailed and intricate coffins. Their work often leaves onlookers in awe, showcasing the unique cultural significance of these designs. Not only are these coffins cherished within Ghana, but they have also gained popularity internationally, with some being exported to the United States and Europe. While they may seem unusual to some, for the Girja people, these fantasy coffins are an important part of their cultural tradition, offering a distinctive and meaningful way to say goodbye. The African new widow spider. In 2014, a unique spider species was discovered in Tembe Elephant Park, South Africa. This spider has a distinct black exclamation point-shaped mark on its back, along with white, winding lines that create a face resembling an expression of horror. After thorough research, experts confirmed it was a new species, naming it the find-a-button spider. Closely related to the black widow, redback, and katipo spiders, the find-a-button spider could be the largest widow species ever recorded. Barbara Wright, the explorer who first found the spider, revealed that it carries highly toxic venom. A bite from this spider requires immediate medical attention to prevent life-threatening effects. Female find-a spiders have striking red spots on their abdomen, and their egg sacs are purple in color. Each sac holds up to 600 spiderlings, making this species even more intimidating. This is definitely a creature to avoid in the wild. The pristine rainforest of Mozambique, nestled atop Mount Liko in northern Mozambique, at around 700 meters above sea level, is a remote tropical rainforest that has remained largely untouched by human hands. Surrounded by steep cliffs, it is almost entirely isolated from the outside world, preserving its natural beauty for centuries. This rare ecosystem has remained a mystery to scientists, as it is one of the few that hasn't been altered by human activity. Although locals have known about the mountain for centuries, the forest's existence was only revealed in 2012 through satellite images by biologist Julian Bayliss. However, It wasn't until 2017 that Baylis officially announced the groundbreaking discovery. What makes this forest extraordinary is that it is solely shaped by natural forces, like droughts, rather than human influence. This isolation has allowed unique species of plants and animals to thrive, perfectly adapting to their untouched environment. The discovery provides valuable scientific insights into evolution and the future of wild ecosystems. Africa continues to be a land of endless mysteries that captivate the world, and recent scientific breakthroughs only deepen the intrigue surrounding this incredible continent. These groundbreaking discoveries not only reshape our understanding but also raise new, thought-provoking questions. What are your thoughts on these remarkable findings? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next thrilling video.